Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will need to have, quote, overall security responsibility in Gaza indefinitely once the war has ended. His comments offered the clearest indication yet of Israel's post-war plan for the Gaza Strip. The Israeli leader did express an openness to pauses in fighting, but only if it facilitates the release of hostages. His comments come 1 month after Hamas carried out a deadly coordinated terror attack in Israel. People observed a moment of silence in Tel Aviv today to commemorate the victims. The Palestinian Health Ministry says more than 10,000 Palestinians have been killed since October 7th. Israeli officials say more than 1,400 Israelis have also been killed, most during last month's Hamas attack 1 month ago today. They also say 241 hostages are still being held by the militant group Hamas. Paul Adams joins us now. He's a correspondent with our partners at the BBC. Paul, Prime Minister Netanyahu seems to be planning to stop, or appears to stop short of a full occupation of Gaza. He is speaking now about Israel taking over security in Gaza after the war. So, how surprising is this? How are people reacting to this? And what impact could this have in the overall way that this conflict plays out?
Well, Lilia, I don't think it's that surprising because no Israelis, frankly, or very, very few, want to see a permanent Israeli return to the Gaza Strip. They were there until 2005, they withdrew, and they don't want to go back. But I think what the Prime Minister was saying was a recognition that when the fighting is over, whenever that is, then Israel is going to be, for the time being at least, in security, in military control of the Gaza Strip. All sorts of conversations going on about who then comes in to rule the Gaza Strip. But frankly, those conversations have only really begun in the last few weeks, and nobody appears to know really if there's any kind of long-term plan.
The Israeli leader also, has been adamant about no ceasefire, although he seems to be a bit more open to pauses in fighting, but only to facilitate the release of hostages. What's the latest that we know about the status of these efforts, of a humanitarian pause, as the United States leaders put it?
No sign of them taking effect yet, despite days and days of American diplomatic efforts to engineer such pauses. The Israelis say that they need to get information about hostages. They want the International Committee of the Red Cross to be able to get access to know more about the conditions in which hostages are being held. Of course, Hamas are not giving that kind of information, and they're not giving that kind of access. So we're pretty much deadlocked on the whole question of pausing, because the Israeli view is we're not going to give Hamas any room, any respite. We need to keep up the military pressure, and that is the only way to achieve results.
We saw that there were moments of silence in Israel to commemorate 1 month since the attack. How else are people commemorating this moment today?
A very somber day. This is a country that is still, even a month on, deep in shock at the events of October the 7th. As you say, a moment's silence this morning. There's a table laid out in the center of Tel Aviv with 240 places at it to mark the 240 missing hostages. There are municipalities with their flags flying at half-staff. Here in Jerusalem tonight, in a short time, prayers at the Western Wall in the Old City, prayers for the bereaved and for the families of the hostages and the hostages themselves. And outside Israel's parliament, the Knesset, there are going to be relatives of some of those who were killed on October the 7th and some of those who are missing to protest and demand that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu resign. They say they're going to stay there until he goes.
Well, Paul Adams, thank you so much. And police in Ventura County, California, are investigating the death of a pro-Israel protester as a homicide. 69-year-old Paul Kessler was involved in an altercation with dueling protesters on Sunday. The Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles says someone from the pro-Palestinian side hit Kessler in the head with a megaphone. Others say he fell and hit his head on the pavement. Kessler died 1 day later. No arrests have been made.